to our module number 5, Mambo number 5. So I am excited about this one, as we are also 5 weeks into our journey, which is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And the big topic of discussion this week will be purification. So I'm just going to hang about for a little bit and recap on what we've been up to for the past 4 other modules. Just to recap you, those that are new with me, those that have been on their journey with me, or it's been a week since you've last seen me, it's just nice to become aware of what we have been going through together. So when you guys first joined me, I did a module number 1, and this module number 1 was based on energy. So that was energy inside of the body, energy also outside of your body, the external environment coming into the internal environment, and what you project from your inside out as well. And there were loads and loads of really lovely points in there. With the exercises with our module number 1, I wanted to help you to understand feeling into energy inside you. So we actually went on an actual journey inside the body for healing. Module number 2 was down to intent, the power of the mind and the power behind intention in the mind, and how this can really play a role in your self-healing journey as well. So there's some fantastic meditations with that. Then week number 3, we did the hefty subject of believe, and that is a super uber duper big subject, because the more you believe, the more stronger this is going to be for you. So that's a really, really big one. So the big deal with believe, and often whenever I work with somebody and they're coming across some struggles in terms of moving forward, a lot of blockages can come into play, especially up into the mind. Lots of people have been asking about, well, I don't know what my sign is. This is a big one about what is your sign. And it's just about keep going back to that same module 3. If you're finding yourself struggling, if you're finding that things aren't working out for you, you're obviously into that block in the mind. So redo module 3, and it's going to really help to cement that belief system in place. That was a big one. Last week we did the hefty subject. They're all hefty subjects, to be honest, but we did intuition, which is all about the third eye awareness, and that's the ability to see what your physical eyes cannot see. Okay, so coming on to this week's module, which is why you're all here, we are on purification. And the reason why I've written this course in order, and this is an order that I recommend for you guys, but I also believe that the universe will guide you to the right topic that you're meant to be with at the time as well. So purification, what does that mean to you? Purification, being pure. Purification in translation is cleansing. So when we're working with energy, especially with energy inside the body and with other people, it's really important to work from a more pure self, from a more clean self, if that makes sense. So we're aware of our cleansing routine in the morning. We cleanse our external body, right? But what about your internal body? And this area needs cleansing. Some of you be thinking about food coming into the body. We've all heard of the book You Are What You Eat, which is absolutely true. I think that's an absolutely brilliant book. I personally haven't read it, but so many people have mentioned it to me. It's on my list. So I'm going to be cracking on with that one. And it's very, very important to bring purer foods into the body, so we're feeling more cleansed. And it kind of makes sense, the awkward subject of what comes out the other end. Actually examining what comes out the other end is really, really crucial to know what is going into your body and how your body is dealing with it as well. So it sounds gross, but actually your toilet is going to be a really, really big mirror image of what's going on inside your body. Now that's on a physical level, but I'm actually going to be talking to you guys about an energetic level. So I'm talking about cleansing your energy channels inside the body. So when I'm talking about energy channels inside the body, the best way I try to describe this to people, because a lot of you will understand that if you're working with energy, it's difficult to describe you feeling it, but you know it when you feel it. You know the feeling of energy inside your body. You guys are beginning to toy with this idea, especially if you've been joining with the other modules now. So the best way I can describe feeling into energy in the body is imagining your picking a system in the body. So I would either say your blood circulation, so your circulatory system, or the veins inside your body, or the nervous system, okay, and that's another one, something that's going to have something flowing through. So the nervous system is going to be electrical currents from brain to body and body to brain, and then obviously your circulatory system, which is your heart pumping the blood around the body, all the veins and all the capillaries all around your body, that sort of map system that you may have seen a picture of, or you rewind back into science at school, that map inside your body. There's exactly the same system as energy inside the body as well. And what's so amazing about this, the more you sort of research into it, the more you work with energy, you realise that it is absolutely global. There are these teachings that go back thousands of years, completely different languages, and at the time where they wouldn't have known about other languages, but they say the same thing, which is fantastic. So Chinese medicine is going to be going along the lines of all the different pressure points inside the body, meridians, you may have heard of that as well. Then you go into Japanese, which that's where Reiki comes from Japan. India, that talks about the nadis, and actually that's what I'm going to be talking about mainly with you guys, because that's where my training consists from. So with the energy system inside the body, it's actually called the nadis channels. And it's something like, don't quote me on this actual number, but it's something like there's 52,000 energy channels that are recorded to this day inside the body, the ones that people have picked up on and actually recorded and jotted down, but there could be hundreds of thousands more, which there probably are, but yeah, something like 52,000, I can't remember the exact number. So it's very, very similar to the nervous system. That's actually the one that I try to help people to understand. I use the reference of blood circulation, so the veins all over your body, because you know about the feeling of blood going through the body. You might not be able to physically feel it rushing through. I mean, you will get to a sensitive point where you will, but the reason I reference to blood is because there's a liquid that's flowing through it constantly. It's being pumped by the heart all the time. And then the nervous system is a really intricate map inside the body. So I kind of think it's like a balance between the two, but it's energy that's flowing through the body consistently. So physically, we have this energy system inside. And like with anything, it gets blockages. So we know that our physical body can have these blockages, such as in your veins and capillaries. We know about blockages in the heart, which cause problems to the body, blockages in the lungs, which cause problems to the body. There's also blockages in your energy system as well. So the lovely thing about working with blockages, this is where holistic healing has a huge strength here, because it literally taps into your energy system, which is a powerful place to go. It's a very natural way of helping your body to move and grow forward and to heal as well. So they say it's like the alternative to medicine, but I don't want to take sides with that, because I support medicine and spirituality, but it is a very lovely, safe version to go for. So like with Chinese medicine, you've got the acupressure and acupuncture points, you've got Reiki, energy healing, you've got reflexology into the feet. Gosh, do you know what, guys? There are so many therapies out there. EFT, the tapping, I've been doing lots of that. Hypnotherapy, fantastic for cleansing the energy channels in your body. Okay, and it all leads to one thing and the other. So I wanted to teach you about how we can cleanse it physically. So energetically, there will be a point where you'll be working with your energy channels in the body, and you'll just work into a meditation, and you'll just be calling upon forces or angels or guides or whatever's going to float your boat to call in, I now want to cleanse my energy channels in the body. You will get to that point where you'll be cleansing the energy inside your body through meditation, through the power of your mind, through intention, through belief. All those other subjects I was talking about, you can call on that yourself. Physically, there's things you can do, and this is actually what I wanted to teach you about, and this is quite fun. So we have a daily cleansing routine. You will have a daily cleansing routine. When you get up in the morning, it's your bathroom routine. Okay, so the first thing people traditionally do is go to the toilet, because they need to empty out what their body's been working through. It's been pulling out nutrients. Your body's been working hard as you go to sleep at night to pull out what it needs, and then you get rid of what doesn't serve you physically. Okay, so that's going to be your toilet routine. You're going to be brushing your teeth, you're going to be having a shower, you're going to be washing your face, or you'll have your own routine, okay? And we all tend to have this sort of very similar routine. All right. Now, there's purification techniques that I've been taught which are brilliant, and I'm speaking from experience because I've been practicing these for years now, and they are absolutely fantastic. And especially if you're working with this energy stuff, this is what it helps to ignite, it helps to clear it. And thinking about it this way, if you imagine a hose pipe, you turn on the hose and you bend the hose, and the water doesn't get through. So you bend the hose pipe, and you know that you can feel the water like kind of stops, and it's waiting to go through that, and as soon as you open it up, the water goes rushing back through again, okay? It's the same principle with your energy channels. So they get blocks all the time in the body, and this can be linked to your mind, this can be linked to day-to-day things. I mean, your energy system connects to your physicalities, your emotional body, it connects to your mental body, connects to your spiritual self as well. I mean, the spiritual self is going to be more on a cleansing. Your spiritual self is trying to get through the energy channels. That's going to be the stuff that's pure coming in, okay? But working with your physical, emotional, mental body, those hosepipe blockages, the moment you can open them up, then the energy is going to run through and you're going to feel it. It's going to be lovely. So, daily cleansing routine. Now, this is what I'm going to recommend. I've got a whole load of tools down here that I'm going to show you, and things that you can order online, which are really, really cheap. And this is the other thing that's really awesome about using these purification techniques, is the tools that you use are really, really cheap and affordable. Now, when I first came back from my yoga teacher's training, I was the girl that had 100 products for 100 different things on my face. So I used to have under eye cream, I used to have wrinkle cream, I used to have eyebrow cream. I mean, what the hell is that? Eyebrow cream. I used to have blackhead remover cream. I used to have stuff for spots. I have moisturizer, but moisturizer for the day, moisturizer for night, moisturizer for if the sun comes out, moisturizer with foundation in it. I mean, it is ridiculous. You have a label, pick a feature on your face and just write cream next to it, slap a label on it and put it out there to the world, and people go, oh yeah, I really wanted forehead cream or I wanted nostril cream. We'll buy it. So I literally did this, and I had really expensive products, beautiful, beautiful brands. So we're talking Chanel, I had all sorts of brands. I picked up my drawer and I went over to the bin and I emptied it. Actually, I had 3 drawers. 3 drawers. I picked them all out and I emptied them all into the bin. It was really hard to do that. Spiritually, it was very cleansing, it's very purifying, but it was a bit like crying at the same time, but I binned it. Okay, I binned it all because I thought, no, I can do better than this. And I learned some fabulous techniques. So that's what I want to tell you about, because it is brilliant. It's so, so good. Okay, so purification. The first thing I want to introduce to you is salt. Now, I've got a big packet here of Himalayan salt. Now, that's actually showing up on the camera backwards, so I don't know if it's reading right for you guys. If you don't read backwards, then it's Himalayan salt. And what it is, it's pink in the colour. So this is actually bath crystals, but you can get a much more refined version. I'm just going to show you the colour. In fact, I can pick this up and let's see if I can spin them around. Okay, awesome. So you can see in there, it's like a pinky and white colour. These are very big crystals, but you can get much smaller refined versions. You can see that against my hand there. So you'll be getting, it looks like the refined version of table salt. And you can use that for cleansing. So literally, this is what's funny, is you're going to start to bring your kitchen into your bathroom. You're going to be using very, very natural stuff. So you want Himalayan salt, the pink stuff, which is cheap to buy. You can, I think this one cost about maybe £7 to £10. This is quite a posh one, but it's quite a big packet, and you're using like a pinch of stuff each day, so it lasts for a long, long time. Okay, so salt is something to be aware of. And also to be aware of is oils. I'm going to come on to that subject in a second, but cold pressed oils is a huge, huge thing that I bring to my routine. Now, when going into the bathroom, you're aware of our 5 senses. So we see, we smell, we taste, we hear, and we feel with our skin. Yeah, all those things. So the idea is cleansing those senses physically. So those of you that wear contact lenses, you won't have a problem with this. Others will be like, you do what? You run your tap, your cold water tap, and literally, you know, you get all that gunk in your eyes, all that crust in the corners and at the sides, and if you've been crying at night, it all gets there. You're going to be really cleansing that out of the way, okay? And literally all you're going to do is open up, and I literally just put my fingers under the cold water and I just gently run it across the eyeball. And some of you are going to go, oh, no. Yes, you will get used to it. So like I say, those of you that contact lens wearers, oh yeah, that's not a problem. But you're just going to gently, and you're just literally cleansing out just across the eye, because your eyes can form a film over the top as well, and then it's that film that forms that crust inside of the eyes. So you're getting rid of the inside, the outside. You're just gently, and you just keep doing it. Just keep running the water over into the eyeball. So you're actually cleansing the eyeball, not just the eyelashes and the skin around the eyes. And then you do the same to the other side. Okay. So that's your eyes cleansed, and you're going to feel a bit and actually it's really nice in the morning because the cold water makes your eyes feel nice and alive and electric, so it really makes the white bit really nice and white. Okay, moving on to the nose. Oh, you guys are going to laugh. This is going to be really good fun. Introducing this little thing. This is known as a neti pot, N-E-T-I, neti pot. And the idea is nasal cleansing. So it's a little pot, as you can see, and it's shaped quite dodgy. And you can pick these up off eBay for like £1.50. Okay, so this dodgy looking pot, this is for your nose. And what you're going to do is you're going to get a little pinch of Himalayan salt, and I mean really little, tiny pinch, and you're gonna practice this, and I'm sure you're gonna send me messages saying definitely use too much salt. Tiny salt pinch. You're gonna put it inside the pot, and you want warm water. Okay, so the reason why is because the water is going to go inside of your nose, and when it's cold, it's just not nice in the morning. Okay, it's just doesn't make you feel nice. So you want it lukewarm water. You fill it up via your tap or with a kettle or whatever. You put your hand over the top and you shake it. So I put my hand over the top and then I put it over the opening at the other end, the dodgy end. It's funny, isn't it? And then I shake it. So I'm shaking it so that the water becomes salt water. Otherwise the salt just sits at the bottom. Okay. Now the anatomy of your nose, which you probably won't be aware of, you have obviously your two nostrils, but actually the two nostrils connect to one another. So there's actually a channel that goes up and it literally loops back down again. There's also a same channel that goes up and down into the back of your throat, which is the area we don't want. Okay, so what we want to do is not cleanse the one that's going to go down your throat, because obviously you don't want to be tasting salt water. You want to cleanse just the channel that's going to go in and out from one end of the nostril to the other. Now bear with me, the neti pot has been known to cure loads of allergies. It's been really renowned for doing that. So whether you've got that hay fever, that's the one, hay fever in the summer, pet allergies and things like that, it's actually been known because it's a salt water which brings the pH balance back to neutral, which is fantastic. So it neutralises the nose. And when you're using it for a while, it does work. Not for everybody, but I've definitely read a lot of people who have really bragged about this. So when you're first doing this, now when I did my yoga teachers training, we had to do a cleansing routine every day for the month. I would say since bringing it home, I do it maybe once a week, sometimes once a month, if I remember, when I feel sort of drawn to it. The winter months, when colds tend to come, when you get a bit inside your nose, this is brilliant for that. Really good. Okay, so you're filling up with water, you've got that little pinch of Himalayan salt, and what's going to happen is, because one of the channels goes down your throat, you don't want to be doing that because it's going to go straight down the throat. You're going to be leaning forward over the sink, and literally you just put it up one end of the nostril and you're going to go like that. So it's not a case of going like this, because that's when it tends to sort of sit in one end and you hear it a little bit in your ear. There's all these pipes in there. So you're going to lean forward a little and you're just going to go like that, and you tilt the head a little bit and you literally wait, and it's going to go up and out through the other nose. The first time you do this, guys, it's going to take a bit of experimenting, okay? it doesn't do you any damage at all. I mean, it's a very lightly salted water, but you're going to lean forward a little and you're just going to tilt until it comes out the other side, okay? So you're doing that, and then when you've done that, you're going to be blowing the side that had the water in it, okay? Or the other side. Hang on, let me think. Oh yeah. So the side that the water's coming out, you're just going to block the nostril and you blow straight into the soup. And then you do the same with the other side. So you're not tilting all the way over, just a little tilt. Lift up this, that's why it's shaped like this, because it's like a kettle. So that's going to go literally up and down through the other one. And then you do that. And you literally just keep blowing out your nose until it's all coming out. So it comes, obviously, slightly salted water is coming out of the nose, but it cleanses out there. Amazing. So it's going to feel a little bit to begin with. And then what I do, I'm going to show you the routine I have because it works well for me. It's going to feel a bit strange. So after you've done that, you're probably finding a towel and you're just going to dab your nose. And I literally drop my head down, totally down, and then I slowly bring my head up. And then if there's any leftover water from you being upright, it comes out. Okay, and then you just dab that away and then it's done. And then it's so nice when you go outside and you smell that cold air. It's like, bang, you can really smell it. Any of you that have been in the sea and you've kind of had that really awkward moment where it's all gone up your nose and, oh, it's just dramatic, isn't it? Dramatic is the word. But after it's finished, you feel, oh my God, I can smell everything. So that's a way of cleansing your nose, the neti pot, okay? So they're really, really cheap to buy online. So we're moving on to the mouth now, and when it comes to cleaning the mouth, obviously you'll be cleaning your teeth, so you'll have your routine. There's all sorts of toothpaste you can go for, but for now I'm not going to go into that detail. I use an aloe vera one that I really like, that I get from a natural health food shop. I really like the taste of it. I think it tastes really, really nice. But let's not worry about that for now, and you're brushing your teeth, okay? You've got your routine. This is going to be enough for now. Okay, so what you can do is cleansing the actual inside of your mouth. You're going to go back to the Himalayan salt, and you're going to put a small little pouch of it in your hand, okay? And when you do that, you apply a tiny bit of warm water, so you're making like a little paste in the palm of your hand. And what you're going to do is you're actually going to rub your gums, basically everything that's pink inside your mouth except the tongue, because if you rub your tongue with salt, it's going to make you not feel so good. So you're literally opening up the lid and you start with your gums and you're just going to gently massage that little salty paste into your gums, so it's really, really cleansing to the gums. All the way around, make sure you're going on the inside as well as the outside. And then you're also going to do the inside of your lips and into the sides of your cheeks. You're going to be going on the inside. Now you're cleansing the inside of the cheeks. You can do the roof of your mouth as well at the top, but just don't do the tongue. And then you simply warm water or whatever, cold water into your mouth, rinse it round and spit it out. And that is so good. It's really good for your saliva glands because you're going to produce a lot of saliva when you do that because it's salt inside your mouth. But it's very, very good for cleansing the palate and neutralising, so it sets it back to a neutral level inside your mouth. So that's a really good purification. Tongue cleanser. Ba-ding! So this is like a metal thing, shaped thing. And again, I just bought this off eBay and it was, I don't know, 60p or something ridiculous, like it's cheap, okay? And literally it cleanses your tongue. So it's a scraper and you're going to put it, and that's why it's shaped like this, to go right to the back of your tongue. So you're going to open your mouth wide, and you stick it right the way at the back and you just gently, not hard, you don't want to pull up blood on the tongue, gently scrape all the way down and then spit it out. Now, you'll find it will gather on this and you will be so surprised. Even if you're into a habit of brushing your tongue with your cleansing, you will be astonished at what this stuff pulls up. So it's all that yellow, it's horrible, all that yellow stuff that sits on your tongue. This is the bad boy that's going to get rid of it. And again, your mouth is going to feel so, you know when you get that mucousy feeling in the morning, I mean that's going to be down to dairy in your diet anyway, but when we get that mucousy feeling in the morning, this is the stuff that's going to scrape it away off the tongue. So invest in this, 60p. Is nothing, isn't it? So you want your neti pot and your tongue cleanser. And that is your mouth cleansed. So then moving on to ears, and this one's pretty simple. You know, you can get some cotton buds and just gently go in there. Some of you go right in there quite deep. be gentle with that area, okay? Because you can hear that your eardrum is fairly close by. Don't be ramming it in there. It's just a gentle little sweep, okay? And also, please note, cleaning of the ears. I don't think do this every day. I don't think that's healthy to go right inside, because your earwax is produced for a reason. But maybe once a week or once every other week, I think will be about safe for there. But yeah, basically cleansing into the ears so they don't just get left out, all right? Moving on to skin. Now, interesting, with the skin, you're probably unaware, but our skin, the pH balance of our skin is slightly acidic, okay? So we've got the opposite ends of the spectrum, so you've got acid and then you've got alkaline, and then you've got your neutral, your zero in the centre. So our skin is naturally a little bit more acidic. Alkaline is anything that froths, soap. So you can understand when you're using soap in your cleansing routine why the skin feels really tight. And actually it's because you stripped all the natural oils off your skin, that your skin's been working really, really hard throughout the day to build for you, and then your body's trying to bring it back to the acidic level. Okay, so with that in mind, now the oils that I use are called cold pressed oils. So the cold pressed oils are unrefined, and this is actually really, really key about this, you guys. Buying oil to use on your body or your face, or even to ingest when you're swallowing into oils as well. The temperature that it's extracted defines how raw it is. So I'm going to tell you some interesting facts about the industry which you're probably unaware. Now, beauty products and hair products, in order to extract oil from the fruit or from the nut, they boil it, okay? They get it up to extremely high temperatures, and it extracts the oil much easier and quicker. So it goes through this filtration process, okay? And then the filtration, so the first area that's filtered tends to go into your foods for cooking. And then the final end, so all the drags, all the nasty bits at the end, I'm not joking, they go into beauty products because they are cheap to buy. Okay, so beauty products buy these oils because they're mass producing. So they buy the really crappy end of oil, and then that goes into beauty products with your skin and with your hair. The only way to buy oils is cold pressed, unrefined. So refined means it goes through a refining process, processed oils to extract it from the, like I say, from the nut or from the fruit or from the flower. Cold press means it's literally at a cold temperature or at a room temperature, and it's pressed out of it. So it's a much slower process and it takes longer, and the oils are a little bit more expensive, but they are the purest form. And it kind of makes sense. You know, if you were to boil vegetables to eat, if you leave them in the boiling pan for way too long, let's say you forgot about them, you left them for 20 minutes and they just look, help me, in the pan, and they're tasteless and nothing, that's because you boiled out all the goodness out of the vegetables. Whereas if the more crunchier the vegetables are, right, the better they are for you, the more they've retained their minerals. So you're boiling out the minerals through a cooking process is exactly the same when they're extracting oils to sell to us. So it means you've got to be a bit careful and read to find the best ones. So I've got a coconut oil here, and it says on the back, so this is where it's also really sneaky in supermarkets, because they say virgin oil or extra virgin oil, and that doesn't mean diddly squat. You have to read cold pressed oils. Virgin doesn't necessarily mean that it's been coldly extracted, okay? And that's where they're really, really sneaky as well. So I don't know if you can see, but oh no, yeah, the text is backwards, isn't it? Okay. Ingredients: organic, unrefined, cold pressed coconut oil. Okay, so this is a coconut oil that I use. I've got another one here. So you're literally going to bring your kitchen into your bathroom. This is olive oil. This one you can actually buy in Sainsbury's. I've bought it in Tesco's as well, and it's the only one on the shelf that is displayed like this, and it literally says cold pressed and unrefined. So just have a little look at this bottle. They're all shaped like this. So this is the olive oil version. So use this for your cooking as well. I'd really advise it, guys, because it's just so much better for you. It's a pure oil straight from the olive tree. Okay. So it says extra virgin olive oil, but again, we know how often that's said, and we can see a whole bloody aisle of oil, and you've got to keep an eye out. So this is the brand is called Il Casoler. And that's going to be the best one for you, okay? So that's a really good one. Also, now when I mentioned that our skin is slightly more acidic, this is a really good one. Apple cider vinegar. Now, I know I've got some friends that get indigestion in their stomach when they feel into that acid reflux, I think it's called. And they do a tiny little bit of a teaspoon of this or less than that and drink it with some water, or sometimes they put it in a smoothie or whatever, and that's very, very calming for the inside of the tummy. So that can be something worth trying. That's something I heard some friends do and found it really good. What I use this for, now if you're one that really loves your soaps and your products, the idea of neutralising your skin and your hair is going to be via this thing, okay? So this is the this one I buy from a natural health food shop. You'll recognise the label. I know it's backwards for you guys, but when you see it, you'll know to get this bottle. Again, it's not expensive at all, but what I do is this will be my final rinse in my hair. I actually have a different hair routine to you guys. So when I shampoo my hair, I literally only shampoo my roots. Never shampoo my ends. So obviously this is for girls or guys with long hair, but I shampoo the roots, never the hair, never. So my hair has not been, technically the length of my hair has not been washed in years. I just wash the roots, okay, to control the grease levels, okay. You can use some conditioner on the ends, or coconut oil is amazing, and that's actually because of the shape of the molecule that I was researching into. So the reason why coconut oil is the best one for your hair is because apparently the molecule is shaped like a pear, and it sinks into the actual follicle of your hair much better than any other oil. So that's why this is always the best one for the ends of your hair. Very greasy though, so just be careful, don't overload it. And then what I do is I pour probably about a tablespoon of this into a jug, and then I fill the jug up with cold water, so right the way up, and then literally this will be my final rinse. So I rinse that over my hair, so I've washed my hair out, and then I rinse that over my hair, over my scalp, over my face, over my body, so it neutralises my skin. And the shine you get from this, because your hair's now at its natural pH balance, it is beautiful. It smells a little bit of vinegar when it's wet. When it's dry, the smell's gone. Okay, so you can give that a go. Awesome, this is so fun telling you about this. My bathroom routine. Okay, now I mentioned earlier about salt being purifying. Now this one I want to feel quite passionate about teaching you with this, because this is going to be very, very close to home with your glands. And this is the underarm. Deodorant. Oh my goodness, I don't even have time to tell you how bad this is for your body. Sprays, underarms that says 48 hours protection. I mean, think about it, guys. Your body is naturally trying to sweat. If it can't sweat and you block up the pores, you're blocking up the glands. So these are glands really close. So for ladies, this is really, really close to home for breast cancer. Okay, and there is a lot of research that goes behind breast cancer and chemicals going into the glands. Guys and girls, it's not good. It's really bad for your system. So if I could try to encourage this, please don't use that chemical crap on your underarms. It's way too close to home, okay? So I use salt again. So there's all sorts of these wonderful natural products that people have thought about to help this, help to produce a solution. So I use a salt spray. This is quite nice for ladies. It's got a smell of lavender and vanilla, but essentially it's a salt spray. The best routine I have is also a salt rock, and this is just pure salt. It's just a salt rock. So you put it on wet skin, so you come out of the shower and you scrub it on, Okay, you get it all on there. And then after that, I use the spray on top because it's got a nice little perfume to it and it's nice and natural. And that is it. And it takes a while for your body to get used to this. So I would say a couple of weeks before it starts to be okay with you. But the idea behind it is you are going to produce sweat. It doesn't stop you sweating, but your sweat doesn't smell. The smell of your sweat is bacteria growing on the area. It's not actually you, it's not your skin, and it's not your body producing it. It's bacteria growing on your skin because of the environment, okay? Bacteria cannot grow in a salt environment. It doesn't grow. So your body will produce sweat, but it won't smell. You'll just be neutral, and that is the best thing for your body, okay? So that's my little routine on or helping your bathroom routine there. Okay, so cold pressed oils. I talked about the cleansing into the senses. Your skin, when I was going into the sense of touch, that's why the frothier things are in the shower, the worse it is for your skin. Your skin produces what's known as a mantle, which is the natural barrier on your skin. And every time you use an alkaline product, it strips it. It strips it every single time. So I haven't washed my face with soap for about 2.5 years. Probably about over 3 years. Yeah, over 3 years now. So I just use water and oil. That's it. And I used to have acne, you guys. Genuinely, I used to have acne. And acne can be very linked to hormones as well. So it's not just about your living style. It's down to diet as well. Like, there's so many throwing in factors with that. But oil and water has just been the best routine ever for my skin. What I wanted to do is, the reason why these physical, sorry, I'm just having a move. The reason why these physical cleansing routines are good is because it's a way of preparing your senses for your energy channels. And when they're clear, when they're cleansed, so the classic example would be your nose. After you've done that nasal cleansing and you walk out to go to work or whatever you're doing, you feel, oh my God, I can smell everything. This is fantastic. So your senses are more sensitive. Okay, so you're going to see better when you cleanse your eyes, you're going to smell better when you cleanse your ears, you're going to taste more when you cleanse your mouth, your skin's going to be happy when you're feeling your ears. It all makes sense. When it's cleansed properly and with care, then the senses are going to be heightened. Now, the wonderful thing about those 5 senses heightening is it also leaves space for the other sense, your 6th sense. Ooh. So that's actually going to link with last week, which is your intuition. So if you're imagining into this, if we're bringing this bathroom routine in every day or every other day or every week, like, I don't want to emphasize on when you should be doing each one of these routines. You're going to feel into do it. I would definitely say eyes every day. I do the eyes every day. Definitely the mouth routine every day. Ears not so much because they're super sensitive inside and you don't want to keep cleansing out the wax because the wax is there for a reason. And also the nose. When I started out, I did that every day. Now I do it. I do it when I feel like it, if I'm honest. There are days when I do it every day for a week, and then there's months where I do it once a month, maybe twice a month, if so. So you're going to have to feel into that one. But if you've got an allergy, maybe a little bit more. But once, don't do it at night, because you don't want to be lying. Can you imagine lying there on your pillow? I can smell and see everything. that wouldn't help you sleep. So yes, not that routine at night. Okay, so the word pranayama, coming from yogic breathing, or your life force rhythm that you're stimulating. So there's breathing exercises in yoga, which helps to expand your lung capacity, helps to slow down your breath, which is in turn brilliant for every single circulation in your body. I mean, it's beautiful for the heart, it's lovely for the lungs, it's lovely for the digestive system, it's beautiful for the blood. Like, the benefits are just endless with pranayama when you're slowing down your breath, when you're consciously becoming aware of your breath. And I actually just researched into a lovely little quote that I saw Iyengar on YouTube. I was looking up some more breathing exercises and practicing them and things like that. And there's a lovely one where Iyengar quotes that your brain is the master of your senses, but your breath is the master of your brain. And that is true every single time. So I really, really like that one. So I'd like to teach you a pranayama that's going to be down to cleansing. Now, last week on our intuition one, we did the alternate nasal breathing. That is, that's probably the best one actually for cleansing. So if you want to do that one, please go on to module 4 to do that one, because it is fantastic. That's great after your bathroom routine to do that alternate nasal cleansing. It cleanses the third eye, it cleanses your brain, it links directly with this purification subject as well. So that's going to really help to trigger that sixth sense on an energetic level. But the one I actually wanted to teach you today is it's a type of breathing that gets all the stagnant air out of your lungs. So basically at the base of the lungs there can sit some stagnant air that doesn't always get to come out. And it's one of those things that those of you that are with me and go to my yoga classes, you'll know I sometimes say, when you're exhaling on one of the poses, can you just be sure that you've got all your exhalation out? And it's so true. You can sort of breathe out through the nose or through the mouth and you think you're at the end, but actually you can still get more breath out. And that's that stagnant stuff that stays into the belly. So what I'm going to do is demonstrate a pranayama that's going to work into getting rid of that stagnant air. And this is down through the exhalation, obviously, because we want to get rid of the breath. And what it is, it's going to be little short bursts of exhalation that are going to come out. And the idea is the inhale's obviously going to come in and you're going to feel into your lungs and your body expand. And then I'm going to bring these little bursts out through my mouth. And I'm going to keep going. And the idea behind this, try not to let the air fill up your cheeks. So it's not like you're blowing out a candle. It's actually your face doesn't change shape. It's just the air just comes out. So you can see me from the side. I'm not taking inhales in between. I'm just doing short bursts of the same exhalation. And you keep doing your little choo-choo train until it's all out. And the short, sharp bursts are a nice, they signify when you come to the end. Okay, so sometimes the full extension, which is another pranayama, you can go all the way to the end. But when you burst like a choo-choo train, somehow it just gets, I feel like it gets out a bit more. So I find this one a bit more effective. So can we find a comfortable seat, you guys, to get ready for a little bit of pranayama? And seated upright, if that's okay. On a seat or sat on your bottom. And if that feels okay for you, palms are going to be rotating up and they're just resting in your lap here. Nice tall spine, okay. Relax into your shoulders. Let the chin drop down just a wee bit so the back of your neck extends a little. And you can keep your eyes open for this one because we're working on the pranayama first. So with me, you're going to take a deep inhalation. Fill it all the way up. And then keeping the face the same, out comes the breath. Choo-choo breath. Keep going. You're going to get towards the end, it's going to get harder, keep going. Listen to it change as it gets to the end of mine. Still more in there, keep going. Till you're blue in the face. When you're at your end, hold. Nothing in there, make sure. Relax into your inhale. Oh, doesn't that feel a relief? So the inhale might feel a little bit dizzy. You might feel a little bit lightheaded. That's fine. Just stay here. Wait for it to pass. It's like with anything, guys. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. The less you feel those effects, the more your body gets used to it. It knows what it's doing. And then you can relax more into it, okay? So just be in those after effects. You're really cleansing out the lungs there. Nice couple of smooth breaths in between. And then we'll do it again. Couple more breaths here, guys. And this is a lovely way to connect with your lungs. You feel into your lung capacity. This is so good for smokers. Those of you who felt into obviously that restriction in your lungs because you've been smoking or you used to smoke when you were younger. The more you practice, you build your lung capacity, and it's so good, it's so cleansing. So we're going to do exactly the same thing and really just ensure that is the main purpose, all the breath is out. It feels a little uncomfortable, it will get less the more you do it, but it's going to feel like, oh my god, I really need to take an inhalation. Don't do it, get it all out, that's the purpose, get it all out. And you pause with that moment when it's all out, like there's definitely nothing in there. The moment you can get over the fear that there's no air in your body, because all you're going to do is inhale, you can just stop the exercise, right? When that's all out and you're relaxing and you hold on to the end and then let it come in, oh, it's just magic. It's just this brand new breath, this brand new energy comes into your body. So we're going to do it a second time so you know where we're going with this one. So here we go, relax into your seat. Relax your shoulders, relax your chin, relax your brow. Let's all take that inhale together. Here we go. Big breath in. Hold on to it. And here come the choo-choo train. Keep going. Hold it at the end. Here comes the inhale. Cool, you can tell that was genuine. I was really dying here. It's really hard to teach this. Okay, here comes that love. That was lovely. Very nice. So just have those breaths in between. Go with the buzz. It's just all going to calm down now. So the other thing that's really nice about this, it's also actually an internal toning on your stomach muscle. Your diaphragm's going up and down like this as you exhale. So it's just so good, guys. It's so beautiful for your body. But again, when you're first experiencing this, you're thinking, oh my God, what the hell is this? It's all natural. Okay, now I want to do this one more time with you guys. And this time, introducing our other modules. Don't worry if you haven't been with me for the other ones, but we have the power behind the intent, the power behind the belief, and the energy inside the body. I want to apply that all into the next version, because I want you to draw into the idea of feeling into your energy system. So bearing in mind, you have the blood circulatory system, which is blood flowing through it at the beat of the heartbeat, right? And you're aware of that. You might not feel it, but you're aware of that. You have the knowledge there. You have the education there. Then you have the nervous system, okay, which is firing electrical currents from the brain out to the body. From the body, it receives it back up to the brain, to the master portal, okay? It's kind of like in between those two. So it's going to be a flow of electrical currents, and it maps very, very similar to those systems, and that is inside your body. So the cleansing routine, pranayama, meaning to a yogic breath, is to cleanse. It's your life force rhythm inside. It's a way of thinking, oh, do you know what, I just channeled this idea, which is lovely. It's a way of thinking that your soul turns into liquid and goes through your veins. Beautiful, right? To channel that through, whether it's going to be a bright golden white light liquid that suddenly begins to clear and work into your body. That's what I want you to bring your intent in with this. So we're going to combine it. When I say combine it with meditation, I'm just going to ask you to close your eyes, and I'm doing that so you can feel more. You now know whereabouts the end of your exhalation is. Mine might be longer than yours. I've been doing pranayama longer than you, okay? So or potentially not. There could be some master yogis in here, but the end of your exhalation will be when you know it to be, and your eyes closed. You're going to feel it more. I want you to relax. Relax is going to be key. I'm going to guide you through this anyway. And then when that inhale comes in, really draw into your mind that you're getting rid of that gunk out of your nadis, out of your energy system, and then you pull in this new stuff. And that's you cleansing, literally cleansing the inside of your energy system, okay? So let's come to it together. Tall spine, relax your shoulders, palms rotating up. So then your hands are on the receiving angle. Relax your face, relax your brow, your jaw, your tongue. Couple of breaths here, and I'm going to ask you to close your eyes now. So as if you're going into your meditation seat. You're going to notice more, feel more, hear more. That's exactly what happens. That's right. And we're going to come into that inhalation together. Just one more neutral breath here. Okay, and let's take that big inhale here. Fill up those lungs as big as they'll go. Hold on to it. Relax. Choo-choo train. Out it comes. Feel into all the changes in your physical body, setting the intent to get rid. Get it out of your nadis. Get it rid. Out comes the breath. We want all the breath out. Keep going. Till there's nothing left, you're desperate, but relax. Hold on to the end. Hold it. Let it come in. Golden white, liquid light flooding through into your body. Keep those eyes closed and relax into your natural breath. As if your veins have been cleansed, your lungs have been cleansed, your nerve endings have been cleansed. And just sit with that. Sit with it. And some of you might feel like you could go into a genuine meditation from here, that real relaxation, that love, that luscious light coming in. That's the form of your meditation. That's who you truly are, guys. This is your natural state. It's only habits, external environment that convinces us to be other ways. And as they say, it's like we forget who we really are. Remember, as if it is a memory, this is how I'm meant to feel. I remember feeling this way. Draw your focus and energy into your third eye, into the area in your forehead, as if this area is lighting up a little more, as if this eyelid was opening a little more. And when you're ready, gently begin to open the eyes and come back to this module. Cool. So, I hope you had a really nice flash of how you can feel into cleansing the body. Pranayama is very, very powerful. I personally don't practice it enough. And even just doing that with you guys, I can feel into the effects of it. It's good. It's really, really good. So also I want you to compare into first trying it. And that was when you were curious and probably laughing and thinking, what the hell is this? The second time you kind of, okay, I got this. I know what's going on. I'm going to keep going. It's still a bit funny. And then we went into the meditation. And it's amazing when you know what you're doing, your brain relaxes a bit more because it's a bit more familiar. It's in more of a comfort zone, okay? Then you go into your meditation and it's just absolutely lovely. Draw into your mind the idea of a feather when you drop it and it just really slowly. There's no rush and sometimes it picks up the breeze. That's how we want me to be feeling. That's what we want, that purity coming into the body. So that physical routine in the morning is a way of starting up your day and getting you alive and electric, and it gets you cleansing. So it's a way of physically working into your senses, because it's your senses which are going to be working throughout the day, feed your brain with information. Pranayama is going to work on a more deeper energetic level. So it literally works on your insides physically, and you just feel this lightness. I feel this lost weight feeling, and it lifts problems away from you, from your mind as well as your body. It's just so good. Oh, we're so nearly finished. This just whizzes by, you guys. I absolutely love teaching you this stuff, and I have so much more to teach you. I just ran out of time. what I want to do very quickly before we come to an end is I just want to twist into the body. So this is where yoga plays a role. Yoga all over, because it actually works with your entire nadi system. Your whole physical body connects with your nadi system. So when we're physically moving the body, you're actually physically manipulating those hose pipes. You're physically manipulating the flow inside your body. So it releases these blockages, which is fantastic. So a whole yoga sequence, yoga classes, if you've got a local yoga teacher, if I'm not your yoga teacher, please do go, because this is actually a way of purifying your body, especially if that yoga teacher might bring in a bit of pranayama sometimes, or meditation. Meditation is a way of cleansing the mind. It all does the same stuff, you guys. It's all just so good. And your physical body is a massive representation of who you are, right? It's not the whole representation of who you are, but it is a big part, okay, because we live in 3D, okay? You actually live in different dimensions, but I don't have time to talk about that right now, maybe next week. But I just want to come into a twist. So this is a classic one which all yoga teachers, bless our souls, always say, twisting is a way of detoxing your body. We all say it and we all feel it. It does. It works into your bowels. So physically you're twisting, and anything that needs to come out is going to go, whoop, okay, out it comes. And that's what we want. Your body is going to get rid of stuff that doesn't serve it. A little tip here as well, when you're spiritually upgrading, you might find yourself going to the toilet a lot more. I went through this. I don't have time to tell you the story, but I've got a very, very funny story attached to it when I spiritually upgraded, and yeah. Okay. So I'm going to ask you, if you're sat in a chair, that's absolutely fine. In fact, that might be the best way. If you're sat on your bum, be cross-legged for me. I'm going to ask you to bring your left hand onto your right knee. Lift up your right arm to the sky and bring it behind. So if you're on a chair, you're just going to grab the back of the chair. And I want you to face me first. You're looking at the camera in front. So you inhale, lift to lengthen. And then exhale, you're going to twist to the right. Round you go. And you're going to notice that your head goes further than your chest. Your chest goes further than your belly. All the way around. If it feels okay for you, I'm going to ask you to close your eyes, draw in that nadi system, that map system, your personal energy system, and as if you're cleansing throughout the entire body. So you might feel physical sensations in your spine, in your bowels, in your belly, because you're twisting here. That's serving a purpose. Relax into your right shoulder, so the one that you're twisting towards, so let it drop down. Relax into your face as well. Here for a little while longer. Just give it time, building flexibility as well. But you're wringing out the toxins. You're turning your spine into a spiral staircase. From where you are, inhale, lift to lengthen. Exhale, gently return the twist back to the front. Be here for a moment. And feel that crave to want to go the opposite way. Let's do that. Right hand onto the left knee. Lift your left hand, arm up into the sky. Bring it behind. So it's either going to rest on the floor behind, or if you're sat in a chair, you're just going to grab around the back of the chair here. Facing me, facing the camera. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Camera, laptop, whatever. And exhale, twist away. So twist to the left. And again, notice how your face goes further than your chest goes further than your belly. Literally turning into a spiral staircase here, wringing out those toxins. You know, you're wringing out a tea towel. Okay, that's what I want you to draw into your mind. And you're getting rid of stagnant, crappy energy. And you're making way for new energy. Here for a few more breaths. Two more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Last breath, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist a little deeper. And then inhale, lengthen. Exhale, gently return the twist. And just be here for a moment. Now, if you're sat down and it's not an option to stand up for you, I want you to shake it about. Just shake it off, Taylor Swift style. Shake it off. Okay. Bring movement into your joints. If you can stand up and you've got room, get it moving again. Get it moving, get it moving. Oh, I can feel that in my legs. Okay, the idea of that hose pipe when I was saying when you hold it and block it, you can kind of physically feel it when you've been sat down for a while, can't you? So release it, physically releasing, give it a little shake, ooh, give it a little 70s style, twisty action. There. How are you feeling? Hopefully good. So that's working into purification, cleansing into your routine, changing products, changing your care for your senses, working into the nadis and the energy channels in your body. It is really powerful stuff, you guys. And when you cleanse into the body, you make way for more beautiful stuff to come in. It makes sense, doesn't it? It's like a spring clean into your body, but you're going to do this every single day. You're going to find a routine that's going to work for you, and that's just some really helpful, handy advice for you. It's a routine that I follow, which is fantastic. There are stronger cleansing routines which go inside of the body, which I'm not going to talk about now. I'll probably do a workshop on that one because it is pretty powerful. Cleansing can go deeper, but for now, those are really, really good ones to work with, to just change. And it's just, you can feel that lightness that comes in, that lost of weight, just feels beautiful. When you're feeling better, your mind is better, and then you start to want to look after yourself better, okay? So this is all towards your self-healing journey. Healing is not just your physical body. Could be healing your emotions, could be healing trauma that was inside of your body, past experiences, could be healing your fear for the future, anxiety. Anxiety means you're worried about something in the future. Depression means you're worried about something in the past. All these things, we all go through them. It doesn't matter who you are. We've all been through anxiety and depression on some level. These are beautiful routines that just click the reset button and help you to feel so much better, right? So hands up for pranayama and yoga, meditation. It just works beautifully. And this is our purification module. So I am absolutely thrilled that you guys have been educated. You guys, next week, module number 6, connection to guides. I can't wait to talk about that because that has changed my life. Connection to guides. I've got these little questions I've written underneath. Who are they? Where are they? Why? Finding your guide. Can't wait to do that. So that's going to be next week. Lots of light and love to you. I'm sending heaps and heaps and heaps of love rays to all of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Good night.